values are what you want. They're what you aim at, what you strive for, and what you prioritize across every domain of activity in your life. And that can be anything. You can value money, family, food, short-term impulsive pleasure, going out with your friends at the club, career success, philosophy, thinking through things critically, attention to detail. There's an unbelievable number of values across every spectrum of your life at any moment. Most people don't even know what they're valuing, but if you look at what you're doing throughout the day and the actions that you do, those are the things that you're valuing. They reflect what you value, and what you value is also what you see out there in the world among everything. So there's something to also know that people don't really understand is when you value something, that's what you're aiming for. It's what you have in front of you and in front of your vision. It's what you're targeting. It's what your sights are set on, right? So there'll be many times in your life, and maybe all of the time, maybe since you were born, that you're around people that actually don't have the same values as you do, the same the most important values as you do, right? And these people that are around you, they can appreciate you, they can listen to you, they can love you, but unless you find people that have the same values as you do, then you can never play the game, the great game of life, to win and to actually get what you're valuing, because what you value is what is your target. And if you have a bunch of players on your team that are valuing very different things than you, per se, and they don't overlap at the right places with the right values, then you're not going to be able to play the game. You're not going to be able to get what you're wanting. You're not going to be able to hit the target, because on your team, you have a lot of players that are valuing different things, which means they're aiming at different targets, which also comes with different perspectives, different rules, different goals, and different levels of prioritization across all the decisions and the thought processes that they're making out in the playing field of life. So what usually ends up happening to you and everyone around you and the people that you're with, if you all stay together, essentially your life consists of usually a lot of fun, a lot of in-the-moment fun, because running around on a field together, frolicking around, is going to be a great time. But you're not going to be able to get to the places you're really wanting to go. You're not going to be able to hit the targets and the goals and to achieve the dream and the vision that you're really wanting deep down somewhere in the back of your skull that you might not even be aware about, unless you're able to attract and build the right team and people around you and create that tribe that is aligned with you, has the same values as you, and create that culture of individuals around you that's focused on a point together of something that they desire collectively. And this is where companies fail. This is where families fail, is because everyone's wanting very different things and no one can agree on one thing to want. So you just end up drifting around in this land of nothing. Don't get me wrong, you can be happy in that place, you can be happy anywhere, but there won't be much meaning, there won't be much fulfillment, there won't be much real growth, there won't be much achievement, there won't be almost any achievement in the material world, the financial world, the business world, the world of what's in front of us. There can be some growth in the people world. You can still connect to these people on very deep levels if you value each other and you value human connection, but you'll need a balance there. So you need to be able to find people and find the tribe that values what you value, and you're going to have to find that you're going to have to leave people and leave players behind and take players off your team that have different values from you, that are going to inadvertently or even intentionally, that happens back, distract you, and to keep you from playing the game that you're really trying to play, and keep you from getting all of the things that you're really wanting. So you're going to have to learn how to remove, kick people off the team, and upgrade your team, and bring in more and better people. Not better, per se, I shouldn't have said that, that's the wrong word. It's not better, it's people that are aligned with you, that have the same goals, the same rules, the same vision, the same target. Now, it's never going to be the exact same, but they have to overlap and mesh together in a right way that brings mutual benefit for both parties to grow in the ways that they're wanting to grow without hurting each other more, and keeping each other back and tethered and anchored down to a ground of non-existent growth. So, and for most people, they don't even know really what they want or what they value or what they might even need. So I'd first identify that, of course, and then decide, who do you want to become and be around? Because to get what you value, you have to change who you are. And to change who you are, you have to change who you're around, because you are who you're around. And these are some very important things to know that took me a long time to grasp and to even articulate. I mean, years ago, I just dropped everybody I knew completely. I blocked over 120 phone numbers in my old BlackBerry 8520 Pearl. And that's just because I knew the places I wanted to go and the life I wanted, I would never be able to have with them. We were just doing the same old things for years on end. And almost all of them are still doing the same old things for years on end, and they never grew. They never grew up. They stayed in Pleasure Island, and their lives are falling apart now, because when you get out in the real world, good luck living in Pleasure Island and being a lost boy and Pinocchio out in this world, because the only people that win in this world, this new world that we live in, or we've always lived in, are men that take on responsibility. And to take on responsibility, you have to choose something to value first. And what you value determines the level of responsibility that you're going to take on and have to take on to get what you're valuing. So if you want to raise a good, solid, stable family and build a great relationship, Pleasure Island and having fun all day is going to not take you there. So discover what you value. And then through there, you'll discover who you have to become and who you have to be around. And then make sure throughout this entire process that you're choosing the right people to be around. And sometimes it's going to take you a long time to find the people you want to be around, and that's okay. You're going to have to be alone for a long time. And then you might be so far down in the underworld or any world, that you're not going to be able to even attract or become friends with the people that you're wanting to be and to be around, because you're not there yet. You have to become who you want to be in order to attract the people that you want to be around. That's going to take a long time. That's going to take a lot of focus on valuing other things beyond what you're currently valuing. You can become someone entirely just from watching and filling your mind up with words from the right people, just using YouTube and podcasts and books, because those authors, those great men of the world, great men and women of the world, you absorb that, you become that, you gain the values of the people you're around, you become them, right? So if you want to move up, if you don't like where you're at, or even if you like where you're at but you want something more, you're going to have to change who you are. Sometimes you won't be able to find friends all of a sudden that are completely different from you. So you're going to fill up some of that time with maybe one friend you know, maybe a friend that's just a little better than your current friends, maybe someone, just anyone. And then a lot of your time will have to be spent taking the right actions in the world to bring about change, and then marrying that together with learning from individuals that are already there, or have already done things, or already value things, and already have things that you're wanting in them themselves and in their external worlds as well. So, read the right books, listen to the right podcasts, and watch the right things on YouTube from the right individuals to fill your mind up with the right things to allow you to grow into something you're looking to become in order to attract those players onto your team. And then one day, you'll look back and not even recognize the person you used to be, and you'll be so proud of the person you've become. And it's a long journey. It's not short. It's not fast. Change is very difficult when it comes to the human mind. Very, very difficult. It takes a lot of time and energy. But one day, you'll be somewhere that you never thought you would be. And that'll be something really great for you, and for your family, and for the players that you have around you. And also you'll serve as a great example, an ultimate example for everyone that you used to know, the players that used to be on your team. You'll be serving as an ideal, as someone to chase towards, chase after, to aim at, to be like. And as you get there, your domain of authority expands in the world. Your values grow. Your authority grows, your attention grows, and your power grows. And your self-power, who you are, expands. Your internal world expands and gets larger and better and larger than life. That's why the personalities we see on TV and out in the world, they are almost always larger than life. That's because they built, it's a mirror effect. Who you build internally is going to reflect in your outside world, which includes who you're around, the players you're around, the things you have, the things you do, and the actions you take. Then those actions and the people you're around and the things you do will reflect on you, and they'll move up together, a parallel mirror effect on an upward trajectory, or can go in a downward trajectory. So that's something to watch for. So learn to value the right things. Value the things that are best for you, which you might not know yet. So you have to experiment and try. And then you can attract the right people that value the same things as you do. And that's when you build a team and you can finally play the great game of life and win something. And that's when the world becomes your playground. It becomes the playing field. You're no longer a spectator. You're no longer just a side, an extra in someone else's movie. You're a spectator on someone else's field. You're the player on your own field. And that's when things get really cool.